Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to show you what it's like to edit on the MacBook Pro M3 Pro. So about a week ago I bought this MacBook from the Apple Certified Refurbished store. I'll link the video that I did of my experience of what it's like to buy a refurbished MacBook in the description below. I got this MacBook because my Windows PC is getting a little bit old now and it really struggles to edit 4K footage. So I could have just upgraded a few of the parts in my Windows PC, like the graphics card, but I really wanted to try something new. And also I wanted a bit of a change, and I thought moving over to a new operating system would be a cool thing to learn. But this video is going to be about what it's like to edit on a MacBook Pro M3 Pro. I use DaVinci Resolve, so you'll be able to see how it handles 4K footage and sort of the way I edit, and hopefully this will give you a bit of an idea of whether this would be the right MacBook for you, or whether you need to spec up to the max or you can spec down to the base model. Anyways, we will jump over onto the computer. I'm going to show you what it's like editing on my current computer, and then I'm going to show you what it's like to edit on the MacBook Pro. Okay, so we're here on my Windows PC and I use DaVinci Resolve. I'm on version 18.6 to edit my videos. I film everything on my Sony a6400 in 4K 25 FPS. And this is a timeline of one of my other videos that I've done. So usually for all of my videos that I do on this computer, I use proxy media. So I will put all my clips in, and then I have to click on each clip and then come down to generate proxy media. And this can be very time consuming. So let's say like a 3-minute clip can sometimes take up to like 10 minutes to generate a proxy. Sometimes I can have like a 30-minute clip in here and that just takes ages. Like I have to leave my computer and go do something else while I wait for that. So if you have a look at this timeline, a lot of the time I would sort of put my talking head on video 1 and then stack my B-roll on top, and then all of my other things like text, any images and stuff like that. Because when I was doing this video it was playing up so much even with the proxies on, I've actually just sort of put my footage all on sort of one line here to make it a little bit better. But so if I hit play on the computer, I just hit play, but it's got to warm up to start playing. I'll hit it again. Nope, doesn't want to play. Oh, it's playing now. So this is sort of the trouble I have. It can just sort of freeze and nothing will happen when I'm trying to play through. If you're scrubbing through, you can see here it's like not doing anything, and then it will sort of catch up. So it's just sort of, it's pretty slow. You can hear my fans just sort of kicking in, and it just gets louder and louder, and it's actually quite frustrating when you're trying to listen back to your video. So a lot of the times I have to use my headphones to sort of block out the fan noise. So yeah, you can see it's quite slow. I do have the proxies turned off to show you what it's like. And the resolution is on full, render cache is also on none. So if we turn on the preferred proxies, you can see all those clips loaded a little bit quicker. And then we'll hit play. So you can see it plays back a bit better, and you can scrub through a lot better when you're using the proxies. So for this computer, using proxies is a must do, otherwise I can't really edit. It just takes too long and I have all sorts of troubles. Like I have issues with DaVinci Resolve just shutting down and then I have to reopen it back up. So I definitely have to use proxies on here, but then the issue is I'm constantly waiting for clips to load when I'm generating the proxy media, and it just takes up so much time. So let's go over to the MacBook and I'll show you how editing 4K footage on the MacBook is. Okay, so we're now on the MacBook and we're also on DaVinci Resolve 18.6, so the same as what I had on the computer. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to put in a bunch of clips and sort of roughly show you what it's like when I'm editing. I'm just going to be using things like transitions, text. We might even also put on a few effects, because I know some people use effects and effects can be a little bit heavy on the computer. I don't shoot in logs, so I only do a little bit of color grading just to fix up the colors a little bit in my video. So we'll quickly do that, and then you can sort of see as I'm doing it how the computer's handling it, and then we'll look at the activity monitor on the computer so you can see how the computer's handling the tasks that we're doing. Most of my video editing is pretty basic. Like, I don't use Fusion. I haven't really learned how to use that yet. So we won't be doing any of that. And I know Fusion is pretty hard on the computer. So if you're a person who does use Fusion, I'm not sure how that would go on this computer. So here I've just grabbed a bunch of random clips from other videos I've done just for this demonstration. So we've got like a 2-minute, a 3-minute, a 3-minute, 5-minute and a 14-minute video clip. They're all in 4K, 25 frames per second, and the video codec is H.264. So yeah, these will be the clips we're using on our timeline. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop them all in. And so you can see we've got about 29 minutes of footage there. And then if we hit play, you can see here it's just playing fine. And then we're going to scrub through. You can see it's scrubbing through nicely. And I'll also just quickly show you my settings. So if we come down to the settings here, my timeline resolution is 4K, 25 frames, and my video format is 1080, and everything else is just default. I haven't played around with that just yet. So you can see this plays back fine, but let's do 2 layers of 4K footage. And it plays back 2 layers just fine. And scrubbing through is still fine. And then if we go 3 layers, it's still pretty good. Let's go to 4. So 4 layers, it's still pretty good. It did look like it dropped. No, it looks pretty good. It's like a slight drop, but that seems to be okay. Let's open up our activity monitor. So we're on CPU at the moment, and she'll just hit play so we can see it running through. So we can see here in total it's only using about 14% of our CPU. And then if we go over to memory, DaVinci Resolve is using 7 gigs. And in total, my computer's using 13 gigs out of the 18 gigs that we have. So that's really good. I'll just show you what the GPU is doing. So we can actually leave this one open while we're working. So you can see here when I'm just playing back the video, it's nice and low. And then if we start scrubbing, it's going to start getting a bit higher. But it's still pretty good. It's not peaking. So yeah, the GPU's handling it. So let's go in and put in some like transitions and things like that. So when I'm filming my videos, I don't film in log, so I don't really do too much color grading. For most of my videos, once I've dropped the clips in, I'll just come over to the color tab and I'll make some slight adjustments to make it look a bit better. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I would only say I do slight color grading. So I'm just going to get rid of this 4th timeline because I feel like that's a little bit overkill. And then I want to drop in some transitions because I use transitions a fair bit in my videos. So I've put in a few transitions and you can see it's playing back nice and smooth. And so that's with 3 layers of 4K footage. So that's good. And we can see our GPU is sort of sitting just above the middle. Let's just come and pop some text in. So you can see that's picking up a little bit now. And let's open up. We'll just play that and we'll open up the activity monitor. So we can see our memory is at 15 gigs now and our CPU is at 13. Okay, so let's try adding some effects because this is going to probably really slow down the computer. Let's pop one on here. So you can see it's playing back. Yeah, it seems to be doing okay. So let's have a look at the other stats. So CPU is still around 13-14%. and memory is around 14 gig out of 18 gig, so that's still pretty good. And I also just want to show you my playback settings. So we're not using proxies, and our timeline resolution is full, and we are not using render cache. So far with editing, I've found that this computer handles everything I do perfectly. I've only edited a few videos so far, but I haven't had any issues. It's done everything pretty smoothly. DaVinci Resolve doesn't crash anymore like it did on my Windows computer. Everything just works how it should, and it's so nice editing on a computer that can actually handle the tasks you give it. So for my workload, this is perfect for me. Just make sure you think about the type of things you're doing when you're editing. If you are using Fusion, then I don't know if this will be the right computer for you, but for the basic editing I do, this works really good, and I haven't had any issues so far. So anyways, that's it for this video. I'll leave a link in the description to this video about what it's like buying a refurbished MacBook in the description below. So go check that out. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.